STEM, and this is good because we want to have smarter people coming from the United States of America.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need to be dominated by other world powers. We want to be on top. So they have a 6-week build season. They design, fabricate, assemble, and program and test a fully functioning robot to compete in intense challenges against teams from around the world. And they did so well recently in their competition that they're going to Houston, and this is how it all happened. I'm from Houston, that's my hometown, and I got wind of the fact that the Triplets are going to Houston. I'm like, what? I'm from Houston. If they're going to Houston, I'm going to Houston. And then I'm a member of the Women's Club of Stuart,
right.
And the Women's Club of Stuart gave scholarship money to the robotics team.
I remember this.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, 2 for 2 right there.
Yeah.
And then 3 for 3, they're my grandchildren. So, and I love them dearly. So Melissa and Michael and Marie Sansevere are my triplet grandchildren. I'm very proud of their grandfather. I'm married to their grandfather. So no, I'm not really old enough to have grandchildren who are going to be 17 years old on April 17th in the year 2017 in 5 more days. Happy birthday, you guys.
That's a lot of 17s.
Yeah, and so Marie, you're at home studying. Thanks for being a good student. But in the studio tonight are Mr. Rich Brooks. Thanks for coming, Rich.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yep, and also Michael Sansevere. There we go.
Thank you.
Hi, Michael. And also Melissa Sansevere.
Hello.
Hello. So Rich Brooks is the board president and team leader of FRC Team 180 S.P.A.M. So Rich, why don't you just jump right in there and tell us what is going on here? Besides robots and things, what are you teaching? Because I read some stuff that's really good.
Well, actually, you know, we do, like you said, it's more than robots.
Yeah.
You know, we actually teach the kids the soft skills that they need to work in the get in their work environment.
Yeah.
You know, in high school, you learn your hard skills. You know, you learn your math, you learn science, you learn your physics, you that, but you never get a chance to learn the soft skills. You know, how do you communicate what you learn? How do you apply what you learned to solve problems?
Yeah.
How do you, you know, resolve conflicts without screaming at each other?
Right.
So, and these are the types of things that they kind of learn from this program, because they have to learn to be able to cooperate with each other. They have to learn how to resolve issues. They have to learn to overcome obstacles.
Right.
So this is the kind of stuff, the edge that they get when they start leaving and going to college. You know, if I had students come back to me and say, hey, I'm taking my first class, you know, and all these kids are looking at the problem that they're getting because they have to do a project. And our kids, from what they're learning in S.P.A.M, know how to dissect it down, what steps they have to take to get the job done, and the rest of the students think they're superstars.
Well, these are true life skills. And so that's really important because a lot of times you can learn the basics, but you don't know how to, you have book sense, but you don't have street sense. You don't know how to apply that.
Exactly.
And relationship. And I love what you have on the website. It talks about gracious professionalism. And that is the skill of applying courtesy, communication, respect. And I recently had...
like an encouragement too, right?
Yeah, an encouragement.
Yeah.
And working well with others. I love what it said about if somebody's missing a tool or needs help, it's not only helping within the team, it's helping other teams succeed. Because when we succeed, we help each other, I think we're all a better world. And you give from the heart.
Yes, you know, many of the teams at these competitions, it's just important to make sure every team who's there has an opportunity to compete as it is for you to compete yourselves. So they'll go way out of their way to help another team get their robot on the field so they can compete just like you are.
And it's really something, unless somebody's in, you know, some kind of camp or they go to drama school, you don't really get that community feeling. You can be in a sport, but this is its own sport, and this is a brain sport. That's what I love about it, because, and we've got 2 really good brains right here. And they've always amazed me at how quick and smart they are. And then when I found out they're building robots, I went, what? What do you mean you're building? I built a radio and I dissected a frog once, but this is different. So Michael, tell me what you like best about the robotics.
I just like the experiences I've learned. I've learned CAD. I've learned machinery, how to machine things. I've learned all sorts of stuff that I never thought I would learn at school.
Yeah, I mean, you go to school and you think it's all about math, or it's, everybody waits for recess and lunch, your favorite, but you actually enjoy this, which is really using your brain cells, and I think it's admirable. And Michael grew up with his dad, has a motorcycle shop, whole shop, and I remember you sitting on the stool and just watching him work, and you would pick up a tool, and you really got into it, so it's been something that's been ingrained in you. And Melissa, how about you?
I've learned a lot of new skills as far as machinery and machine shop. One of the things I liked the most was using the miter saw.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay, what have you made with that?
We cut a lot of materials like wood and aluminum.
And a miter saw does it at an angle?
Yes, it can do angles too.
So you have to fit the angle, so you have to know geometry?
Just a little.
Just a little. And are you taking chemistry as well?
No, I went for physics.
Went for physics. Smart choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Marie's home studying for a chemistry test. I got as far as algebra, and that's about it. So, firstinspires.org. That's the website that's related to the S.P.A.M, right? And go ahead. Dean Kamen is
Yes.
involved. He's an inventor, very esteemed, and that was founded by him. Does the acronym stand for anything?
For inspiration and recognition of science and technology.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Dean, one of the things how he got started at first, or how he invented it, was he and a friend of his were commiserating with each other about how it was so difficult to find the right talent to support their businesses. So in order to fill that hole, they came up with this concept of FIRST. So that it would help steer kids back towards the STEM initiatives, and then at the same time then they were hoping that they would end up getting employees to fulfill their needs. Now Dean Kamen is the owner of DECA, and that's a company that does inventions naturally, and things like the treadway. You see going around the malls now.
Oh, yeah.
He invented that.
Wow.
If you ever been to a fast food place,
Yeah.
and they've had that machine that allows you to make any flavor of Coca-Cola in the world that you want, his company invented that machine.
Wow.
And that one was kind of interesting because when he invented it, it was also a reason that he wanted Coca-Cola involved, and they kind of cut a deal because he wanted to create a machine that would be able to purify water any place in the world. And I don't know if you guys ever seen the show called Slingshot.
I'll have to look it up.
That's a show that talks about how he went and invented this machine and purifies water using almost anything that you can for fuel, and using third world countries everywhere, so it makes drinking water in areas where they
Wow.
don't have any.
Right, and boy, is that a resource to have?
Yeah,
That's our finest resource, and we know about that around here with our rivers and issues with that, with our clean water. So that's very crucial and critical for everybody in the world, and that's so fascinating that he invented that. And I was talking to the kids' mom today. There's 3 kids, 1 mom, not their moms. And she said she appreciates what they've learned and how they have, internalized the lessons and the way they behave because of the interaction. So just like the video says on the firstinspires.org website, I encourage everybody to go there. It's a wonderful video, and there's a lot on YouTube as well, it's not just about a robot. And it's very sweet. It's a girl's voice, and it says, it's not just about a robot. It's about other things. And it is about the next space shot. It's about curing cancer. It's about doing all these things where it starts with an idea. And you see on the video, they're doing things like the robots throwing basketballs in through a hoop, you know.
Yeah, we love that one. That's our favorite game.
I love that, you know, and Michael was telling me about you have tasks you have to train the robot to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell us some of those. What are they're timed?
So in the beginning of the games, there's a 15-second period where the robot drives itself through pre-coded instructions.
Wow.
So there's different tasks it has to do, like throw balls into a high goal and putting gears on pegs and all sorts of stuff. And yeah.
That is so cool. And when I did recently, the Women's Club had the Art is Everywhere tour. Okay, that was this past Saturday where we went. We had 5 homes on tour in Martin County that had beautiful artwork, and we needed assistance with parking. You know, just people to help point the way. And there were 2 young people outside of the house I was sponsoring, which had a sign in front of it that had Julia Sansevere sponsored this house. And I came out and I saw the T-shirt, you know, that looked like Superman. I was like, "You're in the S.P.A.M club in the robotics?" I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." They're so sweet. I said, "Do you know the Sansevere triplets?" "Well, yes, ma'am, we do." And I said, "Well, those are my grandchildren." I share them with Beth Sansevere. She's in the studio tonight. And with their dad, Chris is in the back, and Richard, my husband. And they said, "Well, we thought the name seemed familiar." I'm like, "Yeah, there's only one name like that in this county." And I'm glad to share it with these young people here tonight. They make me very proud. And I definitely was excited and spreading the word as fast as quickly as I could. But you're going to Houston, and that's the other thing I want to talk about. What's Houston going to be like? It's going to be in the George R. Brown Convention Center, I think, or do you know where? Yeah, George R. Brown?
Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, that's where the biggest things go, and I am from Houston, so I'm so excited so I get to be there and watch you do your thing, because I've never gotten to see it, so I can't wait. And then I'm going to take you around Houston whenever you're done with your robots, and we're going to go up to see my mom in Huntsville, or she might come down, but we're going to go up there for a family reunion and get together. So I'm so excited to take you to Texas. But I wanted to say that everybody's watching from Texas. They've all said hello on Facebook, and thank you. My sister Catherine and all my sisters, my nieces and nephews, and everybody's watching on Facebook. And also your Aunt Denise is watching from New Jersey. Thanks for tuning in.